I am guessing it took a lot longer to get to this request than it should have. Cellophane, Corey Smith off Suburban Drawl. That's all I know. I just went way deep in the warehouse to find a couple reactions because I didn't know how to fill out the Friday, Saturday set. I'm going to work, going to cover a bunch of food with cellophane. So, what the hell? That's as close as I can come with the universe telling me pick this one. So, I picked this one.
Cellophane, front pocket of my blue jeans, a little fire and a little green, enough to make me king on a Friday night, in a trailer off a dry pond road.
I got a little of them goosebumps, for reals. I just came from, I don't know, let's say complaining about alcoholism and love never won, but lost in country music, just sad. Certainly wasn't, I got a little cellophane full of green in my pocket, gonna make me king on the weekend. Wow! Once again, I'm back to messaging I can relate to versus, yeah, I just can't relate to most country otherwise. I don't like being hungover, and I've been with the same person for, going on 14 years. Ha!
Cellophane, front pocket of my blue jeans, a little fire and a little green, enough to make me king on a Friday night, in a trailer off a dry pond road, where me and the boys would go to get loaded and hide out from the law. It was just a weekend thing, a little help for the alcohol, it was no big deal, just a weekend thing. Sleep it off on the couch, don't get behind the wheel, break it out. I wanna taste what you got in that cellophane. Cellophane.
Jenny Cush and a blueberry crumble.
Got in that cellophane. Cellophane, a bunch of kids, same feather, same kind of cool. We dropped out of the Sunday school and made up our own rules for a few good years, before the cops came sniffing around, before they took our dope man down. And good shit got hard to find, oh, when it was just a weekend thing, a little help for the alcohol, it was no big deal, just a weekend thing, sleep it off on the couch, don't get behind the wheel, break it out. I wanna taste what you got in that cellophane. A handful of prescription pills, that's when the shit got real. They say those things can kill, well I know firsthand. a phone call that bent my knees. His mama wouldn't look at me like she thought I was to blame. Well, maybe I was. Maybe I didn't try hard.
No, it's in a prior verse. So it's the creation of the black market and the stifling of a moral connect. Yeah, I know that goes outside some people's thinking because if the law says it's real, it's real. But I'm not a man gets to arbitrate all laws and ideas. Now, the channel talked about it long enough, so I'm obviously getting slapped in the face by the universe. Remind me that back there is I am a filthy fucking crack addict. Years of addiction. Here's the difference. It was the stuff in the cellophane that cured me from everything else. So that's why I'm the way I am. It was my marijuana moderation rehabilitation program as I was getting robbed blind by junkies in the halfway house. And their answer was, well, you're not supposed to have anything. How dare you dig out of your hole here? You're supposed to suffer like everybody else. Oh, no, you mean I'm not supposed to create temptation for this scumbag who can't keep his fucking hands off shit. Because at no point, for me personally, is screwing someone over to get what I needed the way to go. Did I do that to help someone else pay back a debt and rob other criminals? Yes, I did. I'm not going to pretend I was a good guy. I wasn't. But the memories this invoked at first are positive for me. But this part here is heavy. And I do. I blame the black market. I blame the over-criminalization of benign behavior and then the literal looking the other way for actual abusive situations and the violence and stuff. And then it's a gray area because creates all kinds of scenarios where that shit goes south and bad things happen. And I'm not justifying being a druggie. But I do like smoking the weed, and I do like relating to things that I can relate to. So this is obviously good and a good example that drinking, longing for my sweetheart, and working hard, which is the staples of regular country music to me. I get to working hard, but the rest it doesn't resonate with me too much. Now this doesn't matter that it appears to be a country song, in my opinion. The subject matter resonates, and then, as always, if I could be uplifted and slapped with reality all in the same 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes, well, then I'm dealing with art that speaks to my soul. That's a good thing. I personally think all my opinions are for entertainment purposes only. I don't know my ass from a hole in the ground. Don't listen to me. Just telling you what I think. Strongest power you have is making up decisions for yourself. You don't need a superhero comic book to tell you that shit. You shouldn't need a movie. You shouldn't need a novel. You should know.
Cellophane, a handful of prescription pills, That's when the shit got real. They say those things can kill. Well, I know firsthand. A phone call that bent my knees. His mama wouldn't look at me like she thought I was to blame. Well, maybe I was. Maybe I didn't try hard enough. I told him he ought to kick that stuff. I guess we should have known right from the start. Oh.
Wow, that's heavy. You can't actually, you can only enable them to, or help them. Saving people is a lot harder than art makes us think. You know who saves you? You. I really want to be done. I'm dying. Maybe you'll live. I personally believe 75-80% of the time our peers and loved ones try to save us. They drive us farther away. So what's the best you could do? Bro, make different lifestyle choices. Otherwise, I can't watch you go down. Because there's not a direct path from doobies behind the school to banging heroin. That is some high school DARE program misinformation. There'd be a lot of fucking choices to lead you from having fun with your friends to banging dope in the corners. And pretending that there aren't variables, mechanisms, and pitfalls along the way that lead to these things. Well, I'm just saying you can't simplify it. They wouldn't have an entire billion-dollar industry off of the backs of addiction. I don't think they've created a cure. All I ever learned was the cure came from inside me. They can supply a toolkit, but I mean, most people I know who are steeped in addiction and issues and live in alternative lifestyles also can MacGyver most situations with a toothpick and a nail clippers. So, just saying. Toolkits are only as good as your ability to use them, you know? I got the box and open wrenches, but I automatically go for the vice grips. Sometimes I'm kidding. It's a shit example. I can't even lie. Would never.
Right from the start. Maybe I didn't try hard enough. I told him he ought to kick that stuff. I guess we should have known right from the start. Oh. But it was just a weekend thing. A little help for the alcohol. It was no.
Now, I don't understand that line if that's just because the alcohol wasn't getting you there, so you needed more. I always ended up being that. I actually read a meme about astrological signs and drunkenness, and the Gemini was left under a tree complaining. Immobile. That was so familiar, I didn't know what to say. Every time I smoked a green after I drank, it was just wrecked me. I was done. I ended up preferring just to, spend the time out back with the doobies and the buddies than the keggers. Always ended up in a pile of my own filth. That should have been the indicator. At no point have I smoked weed and not known who I am. At a certain point, I've taken one too many shots, and then I don't remember nothing until 3 days later. The one time I woke up half dead in a hospital. I don't take the subject lightly at all. Damn. Just fucking good. Good.
Thought I was to blame, or maybe I was. Maybe I told him he ought to kick that stuff. I guess we should have known right from the start. Oh, but it was just a weekend thing.
Oh, my friend at work. Oh, shit, yeah, no. 100% real. I don't ask people in my real life to watch this shit. They have to deal with me. They know me. I don't, become a fucking mess when I'm in the middle of I get angry or whatever. I don't. But technically we're all alone right now and I don't give a fuck what you think. The cat don't care. I hope Jody's got another 7 days. This make me think of my friend, because the consequences and the lack of memory and the consequences are outweighing the fun. And I know she liked to smoke, and maybe as we smoke, we should contemplate the other things that taken us down the fast track to the bottom. It's probably not smoking a little weed on our breaks. I don't remember what the hell I did at 3 a.m. I hope you're done with them. I hope she is. Heavy. This was heavy. Very good.
Kick that stuff. I guess we should have known right from the start. Oh, but it was just a weekend thing. A little help for the alcohol. It was no big deal. It was just a weekend thing.
Well, now after at the end, that hits a lot harder, doesn't it? At the beginning, it's nothing but fun and games to me. And now I hear that a whole lot differently. 4 fucking minutes.
Alcohol, it was no big deal. It was just a weekend thing. Now there's no way of sleeping off the hurt I feel, so break it out. I wanna taste what you got in that cellophane.
Wow, fucking 3 times. So I think that ending is amazing. Oh, that fucking hits hard. Through the lens, I'm... Fuck the pain. Let's just go one more time. Oh.
Now there's no way of sleeping off the hurt I feel, so break it out. I wanna taste what you got in that cellophane.
And there it is. It's the emotional state, the feelings all come from the fact I can really relate to that. A lot more than I care to admit. That almost had me completely there. That's the denial of the consequences, or then the acceptance of what you've done. I think that's a whole lot deeper. Well, I look at the clock, I know exactly how it made me feel. Changed. Maybe by just 20 minutes, but changed a little bit. More feelings than I started. That ain't such a bad thing. I'm pretty sure our denial of feelings, reality, and looking the other way got us to exactly where we are now. I might still pull open the cellophane, smoke one because I'm hiding from the pain. But at least I know how I got it all, how I got here, and what will keep me from heading back to it, unfortunately, is what's in the cellophane. So it creates a little hypocrisy there. I admit that. But
Now there's no way of sleeping off the hurt I feel, so break it out. I wanna taste what you got in that cellophane.
one bell ringer to remind me that I'm not dead inside. Cause like today, going and fulfilling other people's dreams just ain't cutting it. Oh yeah, fucking hit hard. Damn. Later.